So we came to the special, I guess, opening. They opened the embassy because you can't get an appointment to the American embassy for over a year now. So they opened up 2 special days that you can come in for American citizens to renew your passport. So it is a mess. We've been here since before 8. They open at 9, and there's a line. It goes all the way around. I'm gonna walk it through. It goes all the way around the corner. I'm gonna turn it around. They just started passing out numbers. We have number, I think it was 57, but the number started at 40. And it's before 9 now, and people are still coming. It's going to be a long day. So I'm here with my mother's renewing her passport, my brother, and my son, and 2 of my sons, my older son and my oldest son, and my 16-year-old. And here's my brother. That's my brother walking by. So this is going to end up being probably a pretty long day. Last night, so just for that, just because I'm already doing this. So yesterday, last night, I got home at 12:30 after I went metal detecting with my twin in a field. And we didn't find anything. We just found a whole bunch of nails and scrap metal and stuff. But it was really fun. And I always feel like I'm being guided. Like when I make the right choices, then I get the right outcome. I get a better outcome. And when I make choices that are a little bit less good, then I always notice afterwards where I was off. It's look, even here there's ancient pottery. Look at that. I'm in the middle of a city and it's an ancient pottery shard. It's amazing, this country. And it always seems like if I just be and take responsibility and do what I need to be doing in my own life, then the outcome always ends up being, it's like, I always have this, I'm started sober. It feels sometimes like I'm missing out. And then I start running and trying to make things happen. But when I'm just be myself and be calm and be in my own life and do what I need to do and take responsibility for what I need to take responsibility for in the moment, when I'm done with all my responsibilities, I get a payback. And yesterday I can still see places that I'm off. For instance, yesterday before I left, my twin called me. He said, "Hey, do you want to go metal detecting?" He got an okay to go in this field from the farmer. He said in a couple of hours. And so pretty much those couple of hours, or it was an hour about, instead of what I feel like I should have done is, because I was just leaving the house to go for a walk with the dogs. And I was going to go to Naklamud when he called, and I was actually had my metal detector in my hand because I was going to go and see if I could get it fixed up and see about using it. And then he called and invited me to come metal detecting and said in about an hour, or maybe an hour or 2 hours, something like that he would be ready. It was going to be, we went at night with flashlights. It was super fun. But what I feel like I should have done, because I was going out before that, I was going for a walk, and then I would have been home to make dinner. And when the plans changed, I feel like I should have gone home, made dinner, and then gone. I feel like that because I didn't, if I would have, everything would have been more calm with my kids, because afterwards my son called me. And it's not nice to come home. It would have been a completely different atmosphere if he would have come home and there would have been a home-cooked meal. And instead, I went, and then he called me. He got home. I wasn't there. And it's like nobody thought of him when he got home. And I wasn't there. So he called me, and he was mad because we're going to the embassy in the morning. We have to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, and why are you out? But I feel like if I had done an extra hour. If I had taken an extra step, then everything would have worked out just a little bit better. And I still feel like there's these places in my life that I'm not all the way like standing up to my responsibilities. I know it sounds funny and it sounds silly and it sounds like, but I feel like I pay prices for little choices like that, and that the choices that I make when they're like it was a poor choice yesterday. I know it's small, but at the same time, if my intentions would have been like my heart would have been in the right place, that would have been a no-brainer. Like if I would have been taking my son into consideration over myself, which would be the right place for me to be in, then that would have been a no-brainer. It would have been like, oh, I'm going later, so then I have some time, let me hurry up. And instead my choices were different because, see, it's like a shifting in mindset or perspective. And I'm starting to see, I feel like I'm going through different lessons at different times when I'm ready to get the lesson. And it feels like now with my son, we've had, when I went through my divorce about 10 years ago, there was a lot of, with him, he was kind of stuck in the middle. And there's a word for it, nikuri, like when one parent turns the kids against the other parent. And so there was that going on in the divorce, and the kids, especially my one son, there came like this dynamic between him and I that now our relationship is way better in that way, like with I don't know what that's called in English, but it's like when one parent turns the kid against it. We had a lot of issues with it. We went through years of therapy, and it feels like our relationship is way better now. But there's still like scraggles in our relationship that are left over from that, and also from the way that I was raised. It's kind of like fend for yourself. And so he's 16, so I feel like, okay, he can make his own food. He knows how to cook. He's really good in the kitchen. But in the repairing of our relationship, like there's like dynamics that have stayed over since from when we got our divorce, and so some of the dynamics are still in play. And I feel like now that is the lesson that I'm going through, repairing my relationship with my children. And had I made a better choice, and he has like issues, see, everything spills into everything and everything is connected to everything. And so he has issues whenever, I give my attention in other places, and I know this. And if I want him to be accepting of any kind of relationship, a relationship with my twin, any kind of relationship that I have, any place, anywhere where I allow others to come into my life, then he needs to feel like his needs are met and like he's getting enough attention, that he doesn't feel, what's the word, like, that relationships that I have with other people are, what is the word? Like when you feel like it impacts your relationship, like he feels like he's not getting enough attention, and especially if I start giving attention to somebody else, then he feels like a deficit, like it's going to take away from him. If he feels secure in his place, okay, they're calling me, they need me, so if he feels secure in his place, he won't need that. So I'm going to hang this up now because apparently they need me. So this is what I'm doing this morning.